Hey guys, welcome back to Susan Shares. Well, as I'm reading in Proverbs, it says, of course, above all else, guard your heart, for it's the wellspring of life. And it also says in Proverbs 1:7, fools despise wisdom and instruction. And I never want to be a fool. I always want to grow in wisdom. And I can tell you what wisdom would say. Wisdom would say, whatever we are given, we need to turn it over to God. So if we feel like we are full of anxiety, and we were to say, oh, that plummets me. I cannot serve God because I am so anxious and I'm so full of anxiety. I cannot do X, Y, and Z. Or I'm so depressed, I cannot do X, Y, and Z. I am paralyzed with fear, so I cannot do X, Y, and Z. Wisdom would say, do not say that. Now, the enemy would say, do that. You cannot be used because of your anxiety and your fear and your depression. The enemy would want to label you like that. God wants to label you as a child of His. Like, turn that anxious thought over to me. Turn that anxiety over to me. I want to use it in your life. I want that to benefit you even in your life. So turn it over to me and I'll show you how. But you will be used mightily by me through and in your anxiety, in your fear, because a healthy dose of anxiety is good if you're standing on the roof of a building and somebody's going to run behind you to act like they're going to push you off. That's good. It protects you. A healthy dose of anxiety for me before I speak in front of a crowd or sing in front of a crowd is good for me. It helps me prepare better and be more alert and pay attention and organize myself better. A healthy dose of anxiety is good. If you're paralyzed with your anxiety, have you asked God, how can you use me to better myself with this anxiety that I feel like I'm paralyzed? How can I turn that over to you to make good out of? Because the enemy is trying to paralyze me. So how can this serve me well, God? Have you ever asked that question so He can turn it into good when man is trying to turn it into bad? So if you're labeling yourself that way, then ask God to relabel it and turn it into something wonderful and good. Because all anxiety is not bad. You know, we've discussed anxiety numerous times in Susan Shares, but have you ever tried to turn it around and become closer to God and that in your relationship to Him, and having that discussion of turning it over to Him and allowing Him to make good use of that anxiety in your life? So ask that question to Him and see what has. And wisdom would say that. Wisdom says turn it over to God. So have a wonderful and safe Labor Day weekend with your family and friends, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.